Hey there, everybody. It's Dr. Brian McKay, Core Health Darien. Today, we're going to approach the topic of intermittent fasting. Now, I happen to have quite a lot of experience with intermittent fasting because I use it myself. I think it's a superior way to manage your weight. And what I want to go over, because it's going to be a several part series on intermittent fasting, is the easiest thing to do is first just jump in and try it. It's very, very easy. But I don't want you to think of intermittent fasting as a diet. It is more of a lifestyle. Okay, it's much more of a lifestyle choice. And anytime you have a lifestyle change, it takes a while to get used to it. But once you do get used to it, it's not that hard to follow. It's like if you're used to getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym for an hour and a half, and then going to work, you get used to it after time. So intermittent fasting is in vogue very much so. And like I said, later for the next podcast, I'm going to go into all the science behind it, which is very, very sound science. But how about we just make it real easy? How do we make the scale your friend? Personally, I've never met a scale that's a friend of mine. It's getting a little bit better, a lot better, but never really had a true friend I could call a scale. So here's how it goes. Intermittent fasting being a lifestyle change, it's different than a diet. It's very, very simple to follow, especially at first. And so what you would do is you're going to pick 12 hours that you can't eat. This is the first week. Very simple. So say you go to bed at 10 o'clock and you wake up at 6 o'clock. You got 8 hours covered already. So now what you would do is you would say you don't eat after 8 o'clock. Or if you really want to go hog wild, you don't eat after 6 o'clock. So that means you would only eat in the morning from 6 to 6. And that sounds like a long period of time, but it really isn't. I think what happens is, I mean, we're still on the agrarian calendar. That do we really need to eat a big breakfast? I mean, there's obviously people think a big breakfast is a great idea, and I think if you're doing a physical work, but how often are people doing physical work these days? People are tied to a desk, um, and it's not as hard as you think. And the other thing too is, let's go for the first few weeks. It's 12 hours a day. You just don't do it. You just don't eat. Is it that hard? And if you do find you need to cheat a little bit, you start drink green tea. It's got a lot of green tea is just good to drink regardless. Very healthy for you, and it has some caffeine in it, and the caffeine will quiet the hunger pains. So the type of thing is, if you don't think you can do it, you can. Intermittent fasting is so damn easy to follow. Now, all you do is just do that for 3 or 4 weeks, where you just you don't eat for 12 hours a day. And if you really feel good about it, you start getting the hang of it, push it earlier. And then for a week, you don't eat for 13 hours a day. If you're a guy, you go up to 16, even 17 hours a day. And women, kind of top out at 13 or 14 hours a day. It's a little bit different metabolisms. So it's obviously more effective for women. What do you do on the times you can eat? Eat what you want to eat. I mean, theoretically, I'm talking, but again, I'm trying to bring you about thinking of it as a lifestyle change, not a calorie counting. You really don't have to count the calories. You're not going to see a huge improvement, like if you did a more of a Nutrisystem or a Jenny Craig or you know all these different diets out there. They do listen. They're going to knock that weight off initially, and you're going to feel good. But can you really eat that Nutrisystem crap for a very long period of time? Chances are you can't, and for good reason. The food doesn't taste that good. I mean, it's like you might as well have a bag of Cheetos. I mean, seriously, instead of the calorie count's the same, and actually a bag of Cheetos would taste better. So think about this. Pick a time frame. You know, build it around your sleep. You know, if you want to do that 12 hours straight, I mean, starting at when you go to bed, or you stop eating at 6 o'clock. I mean, if you know you're going to bed, you know when you go to bed. Is it 9 o'clock every night, 10 o'clock? Well, you just shut things down a couple hours early. If you feel you have to have a snack, and well, make your last snack at 8 o'clock. It's not, and you're not really depriving yourself of anything. That's the beauty of intermittent fasting. I mean, now when you do it for a long period of time, the health benefits are really, really significant. One thing is you will sleep better. You will definitely sleep better. Um, Next thing is, again, you're not going to see a precipitous drop in your weight, but you will feel like the clothes that are tight and no longer tight. It's a good thing. It's a win. No one's going to walk up to you and say, "Gee, you look like you lost 30 pounds." That's not going to happen. Especially in a month. Now, when you get used to it, again, now when you start moving the needle from 12 hours to 13 to 14, if you're a guy, 15, 16 hours and up, you will start to notice it. And the other key thing, and again, that's for a conversation later on, is that if you exercise before you break the fast, you're in a much better mode. Your body's ready to start burning. Let's go into a little bit of the science without getting too technical. It's just, like I said, that's a whole other process. Your body stores, converts carbohydrates into sugar, glycogen. Glycogen gets stored in the liver. The liver holds about 12 hours worth of glycogen to use for your body. I mean, your brain needs glycogen, your muscles need glycogen. I mean, your body needs sugar. Okay, and converted, you know, that's what happens. Now, if it has excess carbohydrates and stuff like that, those are going to get converted to fat. So fat doesn't really necessarily make you fat, and that sounds like more of a diety type of a talk. And I want to talk more about just getting excited about a lifestyle where you're going to feel healthy. But the more carbs you have, it's not a good thing. Now, let's actually go back a little bit. Carbs as far as fiber are a good thing. Carbs like Cheetos are not a good thing. So you have to pick your carbs a little bit smart. I mean, if you break your fast and have a bowl of oatmeal, you're getting fiber. You're getting it's all around a good thing. But it kind of depends on what you like in the beginning, because it's more just a change your daily habits. Learn to feel that it's okay to be hungry, and you will forget that you're hungry. I mean, if you're busy, you can't eat. But that's where you can have a cup of coffee, and you can't. Don't go crazy with the coffee. I mean, use it as you would normally, but you definitely don't want to use sugar, because that can break into the gluconeogenesis issues. So have what you want, and take green tea, drink water, and just get over that hump. I mean, if you just get up at 6, can't eat till 8. Maybe go work out instead. But that workout becomes more effective, as I said, if you work out before you break your fast, and that will make your life a lot better, a whole lot better. The effectiveness of you know increasing, because what happens is, if you've gone 12 hours and then you exercise, or if you've gone 15, 16 hours and then you exercise, what's going to happen is your body needs the fuel. The fuel is no longer stored in your liver, it is stored as fat. So the body is going to take that fat and break it down for you to use energy. So just think about that. I mean, do you really need to eat or have a protein shake before you do the gym? Probably not. I mean, well, a cup of coffee, quell that? Yeah. Just don't put any sugar in it, please. You're already sweet enough, as I said, people. So that's the simplest way to get into it. You pick a day, and Monday's a good time to start. Sunday, you'll know when it's the right time to start doing intermittent fasting. I mean, don't set yourself up for failure, because it. But now I want to tell you about something else. You're at a party and someone says a birthday party, and here's a birthday cake, and you want to have a little bit of cake, and it's outside your fasting room. Don't feel the guilt. It's not, what I'm saying, guilt is what's going to prevent you from succeeding in adapting to the new intermittent lifestyle intermittent fasting lifestyle. So go ahead, have the cake. Just be, maybe tomorrow, go an extra half hour into it, or add an hour onto your fast the next day if you're not up to the 16-hour part. But you pretty much can eat what you want during the time frame you allow yourself. Now you can definitely later on progress to where, when you break the fast, that you're doing a paleo or Mediterranean diet, it definitely makes sense. I mean, you will see it because as you lose weight, eventually you'll start to maintain, which is better than gaining weight, right? I mean, so if you're not losing more weight, you have to, you know, go to another level. Either go another hour without food, or exercising more intensely, or if you don't exercise, start to exercise. Because if you do exercise with intermittent fasting, the results are even better and even faster. So basically, intermittent fasting, it's a lifestyle that will allow you to stay healthier. Don't be surprised if you're like your blood sugar levels, A1C is improved, even cholesterol being improved. A lot of stuff will improve, but the sleep improved as well. So when you sleep better, you have less stress. So I can't say enough about intermittent fasting, and it becomes, the first month becomes 2 months, 2 months becomes six, eight, 10. Before you know, it's a few years. It's not that hard. And I mean, you do want to break the fast. Don't feel guilty. You go into a wedding and you want to have, like I said, you want to go to the dessert bar, go to the dessert bar. But you'll start to see how much you eat. You didn't really need to eat. And what I'm going to say is, look forward to more podcasts on this because my life is so much easier with intermittent fasting. I don't have to think; I just have to do, and it becomes a pretty good habit. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm Dr. Brian McKay, Core Health and Darien, 203-550-5834. That's my cell, 203-550-5834. All right, have a great day and get on to the intermittent fasting.